Every year, the town of Willow Creek comes alive on the 4th of July. The streets shimmer with red, white, and blue, brass bands fine-tune their patriotic melodies, and the mouth-watering aroma of grilled corn and roasted meats wafts through the air. It's a day filled with celebration, celebrating freedom, family, and cherished memories. Yet, beneath the fireworks and festivities, there are untold stories, quiet truths hidden beneath layers of tradition. This year, however, things are different. A surprising discovery, an unexpected return, and the rekindling of an old romance bring the past crashing into the present. As families gather and the fireworks are set to illuminate the night sky, secrets start to emerge, some heartwarming, others deeply painful. In a town steeped in history, the boundary between pride and sorrow is razor-thin. Sometimes, true independence isn't just about breaking free, it's about sharing the stories that were meant to be remembered. Chapter 1, The Eve Before the Parade. The evening before the Independence Day parade draped Willow Creek in a serene calm that felt almost eerie. The streets, typically alive with activity during the day, now lay quiet under the gentle glow of street lamps, accompanied by the distant sounds of fireworks practice. Families shut their windows tight, concealing whispers of cherished memories and hidden worries behind curtains that danced in the warm summer breeze. In a quaint house on Elm Street, an elderly man sat by himself, meticulously polishing an old medal that had been stashed away for years. His hands shook slightly as memories of battles fought and friends lost bubbled up in the stillness. Outside, children were busy with sparklers, their laughter ringing out softly as the town geared up for the festivities of the next day. Meanwhile, in a cozy kitchen filled with the sweet aroma of freshly baked pie, a young woman gazed out the window. She had just stumbled upon a dusty box in her grandmother's attic, overflowing with letters and photographs, pieces of a family history she had never known. The eve of July 4th was supposed to be a time of joy, yet beneath the surface excitement, a quiet sense of unease began to take root. The town seemed poised to explode with pride and celebration, but lurking just beneath the surface, the past stirred, waiting for the dawn to unveil its hidden truths. Chapter 2, Flags and Fractures. The morning of July 4th arrived bright and clear, with flags waving proudly from every porch and lamppost in Willow Creek. Kids dashed down the streets, their faces adorned with stars and stripes, buzzing with excitement for the parade to kick off. The air was filled with the delicious aroma of freshly baked treats and the sound of happy chatter. But beneath this festive atmosphere, old wounds and unspoken tensions lingered. Jacob, a war veteran, sat quietly on a bench in the town square, observing families as they strolled by. The joyful noise around him stirred up memories he wished he could forget, faces of fallen comrades, promises that were never kept, and the heavy price of freedom that few truly understood. Nearby, a teenage girl named Emma held tightly to a worn photograph she had discovered in the attic. It was a picture of a woman she had never met, yet who had influenced her family's story in ways Emma was just starting to grasp. As the crowd began to gather, Jacob's quiet demeanor met Emma's inquisitive gaze. Neither of them could foresee how their paths would soon cross. In a town so proud of its heritage, the hidden fractures were patiently waiting to be recognized, poised to redefine the meaning of independence for everyone involved. Chapter 3, Beneath the Bunting. The red, white, and blue bunting draped everywhere, vibrant against the clear summer sky, hiding the unspoken rules that shaped life in Willow Creek. Beneath those cheerful decorations, hearts thumped with secrets that couldn't see the light of day. Amelia and Daniel found themselves irresistibly drawn together in the shadow of the old town hall, a place where families had gathered for generations to celebrate July 4th. Their eyes locked across the bustling square, a spark igniting between them, even as the community's silent warnings loomed. Amelia's family clung to tradition, expecting her to follow a well-trodden path. But Daniel's very presence disrupted that order. They stole moments beneath the fluttering flags, their hushed conversations brimming with dreams and anxieties. The weight of duty pressed heavily on them both, yet for a fleeting moment, the world seemed to shrink down to just the two of them. As the sounds of fireworks preparations crackled in the background, they held on to the delicate promise of something new, a love that dared to blossom even when the past threatened to tear them apart. In a town that took pride in its history, their story was one that no one dared to voice. Chapter 4: Marches and Misunderstandings. The Independence Day parade kicked off with the rhythmic thump of drums and the proud stride of the town's veterans, their uniforms sharp and expressions serious. Crowds gathered along the streets, waving flags and cheering, but beneath the festive atmosphere, a tension simmered just below the surface. Old grudges and hushed accusations flitted between neighbors who had once been friends. Sarah and Mark, who had been close for years, found themselves at odds over a comment that had been taken the wrong way. What started as a minor disagreement quickly escalated into a rift that threatened to tear apart their long-standing friendship. Nearby, a group of teenagers, swept up in the excitement, unknowingly stoked the fire by spreading rumors that twisted the truth and widened the divide. As the parade rolled on, the colorful floats and lively marching bands couldn't quite hide the cracks forming beneath the surface. The celebration that was meant to bring the town together instead highlighted just how fragile those connections had become. The marchers moved forward, blissfully unaware that the real struggle was not just about celebrating Independence Day, but about mending hearts that had been hurt long ago. Chapter 5: Secrets in the Smoke. As twilight settled in, the town came alive around crackling bonfires, the smoky scent of barbecues wafting through the air. Laughter danced with the flickering flames, creating a cozy backdrop for stories shared among old friends and newcomers alike. But beneath the festive atmosphere, a hidden truth was on the verge of surfacing. Emma held tightly to a weathered leather journal she had stumbled upon earlier that day. Its pages were fragile, yet they brimmed with the handwriting of a long-lost ancestor. As she read aloud in the warm glow of the firelight, the crowd fell silent, entranced by tales of bravery and sacrifice that contradicted the official narrative of Willow Creek. The journal unveiled secrets about the town's founders, stories of struggle, betrayal, and unexpected alliances that had faded from collective memory. The revelation sparked a whirlwind of emotions. Some embraced the truth, viewing it as an opportunity to mend old wounds, while others felt anger and denial rise like smoke into the night sky. In the shifting shadows, families confronted their own histories, realizing that the pride of independence came with burdens often concealed beneath the surface of celebration. The smoke from the bonfires seemed to carry those secrets upward, leaving the town forever transformed. Chapter 6: Fireworks and First Kisses. As the night sky deepened, the first fireworks exploded across the horizon, splashing the clouds with vibrant reds, whites, and blues. The crowd erupted in cheers with each burst, their hearts racing in sync with the stunning spectacle. Among the throng, Amelia and Daniel stood close together, the day's tension fading away in the warm glow of the lights. Their fingers brushed against each other, then intertwined, trembling with a mix of excitement and nervous anticipation. In the midst of the celebration, they shared their first tentative kiss, a quiet promise of something new after years of waiting and holding back. Nearby, Emma closed her journal, feeling a wave of closure and a newfound courage she had never experienced before. Whispers of confessions beneath the fireworks unveiled long-buried truths, while the choices made in that moment would influence the lives of Willow Creek's residents for years to come. Love flourished amidst the crackling sparks, reminding everyone that even on a day steeped in history and pride, the future could still be rewritten with just one heartfelt moment. Chapter 7: Ashes and Aftermath. As the last fireworks fizzled out and the night settled into a hush, the weight of the day's revelations began to emerge. The passionate and frustrated words hung in the cool air, reopening old wounds and forcing confrontations that had long been avoided. Friendships splintered as differing opinions collided, and the town's carefully crafted facade started to show its cracks. Jacob found himself grappling with the memories that Emma's discovery had unearthed, pondering what true freedom really meant. Meanwhile, Amelia and Daniel confronted the reality of their love in a community that still wasn't ready to embrace them. Families, torn apart by the truths unveiled in the journal, struggled to find common ground, while others retreated into silence, unwilling to face the new reality. The remnants of celebration now signified a pivotal moment. Willow Creek had changed, and its residents could no longer cling to the comforting narratives they once shared. In the wake of these events, the town stood at a crossroads, faced with the choice of clinging to old grievances or stepping into a future built on honesty and understanding. Chapter 8, A New Dawn for Willow Creek. As the sun rose over Willow Creek, the town stirred to a new reality. The fireworks had faded, but the truths of the night still hung in the fresh morning air. Neighbors who once avoided each other now looked face to face, filled with a cautious hope, ready to listen and start the long journey of healing. Emma carefully tucked away the leather journal, its tales no longer hidden but woven into the fabric of the community's shared narrative. Amelia and Daniel strolled hand in hand down the peaceful streets, their love now a beacon of bravery and transformation. Jacob found solace in acknowledging both the heartache and pride that had shaped his journey. The townsfolk gathered by the riverbank, where children played joyfully and elders shared fresh stories that honored every facet of their heritage. Willow Creek had discovered that true independence was more than just a day of festivities. It was the courage to confront the past openly and to forge a united future. Bathed in the gentle morning light, the town embraced a fresh start, demonstrating that real freedom isn't about forgetting but about welcoming every story, every truth, and every glimmer of hope. Beneath the vibrant colors of celebration and the stunning fireworks display lies a much deeper narrative, one filled with struggle, bravery, and the power of truth. Willow Creek's journey through pride, secrets, and misunderstandings shows us that freedom isn't just about breaking free from chains, it's about having the strength to face the past and welcome change. The town's independence is more than just a holiday, it's an ongoing process of healing and growth. As neighbors come together and new friendships blossom, the meaning of July 4th evolves beyond mere tradition to embrace acceptance and hope. By sharing the stories that often go untold, Willow Creek learns that true independence is rooted in honesty, forgiveness, and the bravery to create a future where every voice is heard.